This project is more than just a grade, but a call to people who think women are less than men.
In the Middle Ages, also known as the medieval times, women in Europe were seen as objects, housekeepers, mothers, and housewives. Women were forced to marry men no matter their age. Their education was not a priority, so they either worked as farmers or households. However, they were underpaid no matter their job.
Before World War I, women were underestimated for the gender and seen as backup for property owning. They protested for common rights as citizens, but they were denied from having equal rights and responsibilities.
Let's go back to January 6, 1412, where the future hero was born. Her name was Joan of Arc. She worked as a farmer but was known for being kind and generous. On October 12, 1428, England started to control France. This war was known as the Siege of Orleans. Joan went to Charles VII, which was the King of France, to convince him to let her fight to the Siege of Orleans. Although women were not allowed to go to war, she managed to convince him to let her fight.
She arrived in Orleans on April 1429. Joanne cut her hair short and wore armor to make her look like a man. During the fight, Joanne carried a flag that said Jesus Maria. This flag brought hope to soldiers during the fight. Joanne wanted England to stop attacking France, so she sent them a letter. The letter to the English states, "She is quite prepared to make peace if you are willing to. Go away into your own country." Joanne also threatened the King of England in her letter saying, "I shall make them leave, and if they will not obey, I will have to put them to death." The war ended on May 8, 1429, and the French successfully won. On May 23, 1430, she was captured by the English, accused of witchcraft and dressing up as a man. On May 30, 1431, she was burned at the stake and sadly passed away.
Let's go into the 18th century. In April 29, 1833, a university called University Zurich was founded. In 1867, it became the first university in Central Europe to accept women as matriculated students. A lot of famous people went to the University of Zurich, for example, Rosa Luxemburg.
Rosa Luxemburg was born March 5, 1871. She was a revolutionary German that opposed World War I. She was captured, tortured, and killed by Germans. She got shot in the head, died instantly, and had her body thrown into the Landwehr Canal on January 15, 1919. Her body was found June 1, 1919. Today, there is a memorial to Rosa Luxemburg in the Landwehr Canal.
Let's go to the 19th century. In February 26, 1904, a French girl, Marie Helene, was born. She was a member of the French Resistance. The French Resistance were French who were against the Germans in World War II. In 1948, Marie helped create the Universal Declaration of Human Rights.
Important women helped shape the Declaration of Human Rights. For example, Eleanor Roosevelt. The Declaration states, "Every man, woman, and child seeks equal justice, equal opportunity, equal dignity without discrimination." This declaration gave women the right to marry anyone they wanted, no matter gender, race, or age. The Universal Declaration of Human Rights was adopted on December 10, 1948.
On March 25, 1957, Belgium, Germany, France, Italy, Luxembourg, and Netherlands signed a treaty to create a peaceful economic community.
Although the treaty was negotiated and signed by men, Article 119 stated, "The principle of equal pay for men and women outlined in Article 119 of the treaty means for the same work or for work to which equal value is attributed." It meant that men and women would both have equal pay. On July 13, 1927, a Jewish girl called Simone Weil was born. She was arrested in 1944 and taken to the concentration camp. Simone and her two sisters survived the camp, but her parents and her brother did not survive. In 1979, she was elected as the President of the European Parliament. The European Parliament represents the European citizens. Simone was the first woman President of the Parliament. She served as a European Parliament President from 1979 to 1982. Simone sadly passed away June 30, 2017.
On December 7, 2000, the European Union declared its Charter of Fundamental Rights. The Charter of Fundamental Rights did not become into force until December 12, 2007.
The Charter of Fundamental Rights stated, "Conscious of its spiritual and moral heritage, the Union is founded on the indivisible, universal values of human dignity, freedom, equality, and solidarity."
It claimed its protection against violence, gender equality, freedom of expression, and business discrimination is forbidden, right to participate in local elections, and fair treatment to justice system.
In 2021, 18% of women have experienced physical or sexual violence, but if we include psychological violence, the percentage of women that have experienced violence goes up to 32%. Today, over 30% of women have experienced violence since the age of 15.
They have experienced violence at home, at work, or in public. Although Europe was enforced laws to protect women, 5.23 million of women claim that they still feel discriminated at work. We're living in a time period where TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, Discord, and Snapchat is incredibly popular. Because of this, there is a new way of violence, cyberbullying. One of three young people claim that have experienced cyberbullying.
Cyberbullying percentage is similar for women and men, but women are most likely to be a victim from cyberbullying.
Incredible women have shaped the European community, but women violence is increasing on what people like Joan of Arc, Russell Luxemburg, Marie Helene, Simone Veil is starting to be in vain.
Let's stop women violence.
Not only in Europe, but around the world.